Open up our eyes. Oh my God, I'm here. Another day. That's a success in itself. So we have to look at success in a different mindset opposed to talking about money, 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 money. It's not about money all the time. It's the things that you have in your life and you take those different steps. That's success.
And I want to, because Pete's doing an excellent job. You know, he's been missing in action, but not in a negative way. He's been doing some good things. So I want him to get back into the driver's seat, the hot seat, because he would probably be in another hot seat Tuesday on the other show. But one of the things I want to mention before we go back into it, because I get phone calls, and I get phone calls from relatives. You didn't shout my name. I said, okay, that's not that type of show, bud. We're going to do it today. Shout out to my beautiful cousin, good cousin, the girl of Boston. Always there, was there for me to do my times. And remember, we talked about some times when I was down. She was one of the cousins that stepped in with my mother. And that's my deceased auntie's daughter, Miss LaGuerta Boston. She's up there in age. Happy birthday, you know, happy birthday, Miss LaGuerta Boston. I also want to say a shout out to our boss. You know who our boss is, huh?
Yes.
Everybody know who's the boss? Better known as Sister Khadijah. She's not around, so I can say so many things now. I could put AI on her back. She better not mess with me, because she know AI is round the corner watching her. Brother Keith.
She got that iPhone 16.
She better leave them iPhones alone. That's why they call them iPhones. They watching me.
Watching.
Good morning, how you doing, sister?
Okay, we could go back. Oh, you want to say something about Sister Khadijah? Go ahead.
Was her birthday?
Yesterday.
Yeah, okay.
And we
Happy
also
belated
got to
birthday,
say
Sister
happy
Khadijah.
belated birthday to
Yeah,
Sister
yeah,
Khadijah.
excellent.
Yeah.
And while we at it, we also got to congratulate Lafayette City Marshal Reginald Thomas on winning, I guess is the National Marshals Award.
Oh, wow,
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Lafayette's first African American city marshal.
City Marshal.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I
Awesome.
think he's been elected to or appointed to chairman of the
The marshal.
National Marshals Association.
Wow, awesome.
Also, folks, we want to remind you we're live on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube at the PT and E Show. PT and E Show on everybody's platform, on Brother Jay's platform. Those who follow me know. And I must paste it on to Brother Keith page. Okay, and life coaching, let me ask you this question. Our communities, and I know I focus on race a lot on the shows I do, because this is what it's supposed to be about in some cases. In most cases, do the black community, from your gathering, they understand what a life coach is, and it's something, you know, because the black families grew up like, and we have young men, and we have a lot of issues with young men in the community. A lot of people might say, I don't need no life coach to tell me what to do or how to do it, and that's not fashionable for black folks to have a life coach.
Exactly. That's almost like saying a therapist, a psychiatrist is not, it's not good to have. But what you have to understand, a psychiatrist, a therapist, again, like I said, they are licensed. And so they have to, their license get put on the line if they don't do what they're doing. I'm certified, so it's a difference. It's not really difference, but with us being certified, what I do is I do a legal binding contract with you, and we put a plan together. Yes, we have a lot more coaches that are dealing with more teenagers and the youth, because you got to remember the youth are our future, and because of that, some of them need guidance. And lots of times people feel that they can't afford a coach because it's money. You spend money on it. My time is money and your time is money. So you spend money on it. So people think it's the same thing when they think with therapists. It costs too much. If they don't have medical insurance, then that would cover the therapist. See, I don't have that privilege to be able to build a medical insurance. So we have to set up either a payment plan or whatever in order for your sessions to be able to do your sessions or work your plan. Our kids very much so need someone. I'm not talking about a sports coach. I'm talking about a coach when it comes to making decisions with their plans in their future, what they plan on doing for their future. They have family coaches. They have relationship coaches. I have a friend of mine that lives in Texas. She's a relationship coach. So there's coaches for everything. And it's not even hard to do. That's the whole thing about it. This is not hard to do at all.
Now, when you mention they're dealing with some coaches deal with teenagers, some coaches deal with mental health, some deal with. Do you think it would be a viable resource for federal, state, and local government to put funding into making life coaches available in every community?
In the community, exactly. I think that would be an excellent job. Now, when it goes to federal contracts, we always think about other entities. We don't think about families. We think about entities, facilities, and stuff like that, instead of actually concentrating on the family. But they actually have that. You can do that. You have to actually, as a business, you have to apply for a government contract. You have to actually almost re-interview for a government contract. Yes, that's available, but it depends on what areas that they have that availability in. Federal contracts are good to have. I think that's an excellent idea. I really like that.
Yeah, like have the local government put in funding towards making sure that they have
people in place.
These coaches set in the communities. Where people are more accessible to it. Because just like when you were saying about therapists, psychiatrists, I think people will utilize it more if they seen it in the community.
Exactly. And that's the problem we don't have. We talk about on the other show I do, my other hat that I wear, about conflict resolution. I could do that. I could do a conflict resolution. When I was working for the federal government, I was in the union. One of the jobs I had was arbitration and mediation. So I'm able to do that. I'm able to take two people together who are having disagreements and help them work that situation out. So when you have that kind of experience under you, use it and get paid for it. Get paid for it. If you have that and you know how to do that, use that skill. If you're not already working or you're retired, that's a different story. But it's a skill that makes money. Arbitrators they travel because, hey, they get paid good money to do that. To break up an argument or come to somebody come to a certain agreement on something. So you'd be surprised the skills that we walk around with every day.
Right.
We could turn into money. We whine and cry about not having. You're a walking bank and don't even realize it. Just by your knowledge, by your skills, you're a walking bank.
And if you got any questions or concerns, or if you want to make a comment, 337-534-0036 is the number that gets you in touch with us.
And sometimes we don't use our skills for the right thing, and that goes into what I'm about to segue into as a life coach. Having a lot of our young people with some issues concerning violence.
Yes.
Do you touch on that sometimes when you're dealing with somebody?
Yes, I do. I can touch on anything, but again, because of what I'm certified to do, we could, for instance, we talk about violence. I can do speaking engagements, talking to young people about violence, how important it is. Like I just talked about conflict resolution, instead of fighting, let's talk this out. The bullying, I can talk about that, I can speak on that. So there's many facets of doing this. And you have to understand too, when we talk business, there's many different niches out there. Like I was talking about the business coach. Business coaching is a huge business because you have corporations that are using coaches to get them to success. How to start it, how to get to where they need to get. They have that experience. You have all kinds. You have relationship, I said that earlier, relationship coaches. They sit down and do coaching with couples. and find out what's the problem and
Right.
help them put them together a plan, and they work that plan, and when they work that plan, at the end of it, they'll get what they want. If they need me again, then hey, call me back and we'll get back in it again. But majority of the time, most of the time, when you help somebody, you get them where they need to get, and you can do a follow-up if you need to. Follow up and make sure, okay, is everything still, yeah, I'm still doing what I'm supposed to do, he's still doing, you can do the checkup. But majority of the time, lots of times, coaches do what they have to do and then they move on to the next person.
Right.
I think it's very important. He made a very, Keith made a very good point about government stepping in and having coaches, conflict resolution coaches in the communities to see if it would help with the violence,
Right.
the bullying, seeing if it can help with the bullying, having one in school, because you have counselors in school.
Right.
Counselors also, they have different roles they have to play. With a coach can sit down
Right.
and have a kid work a plan. Like I said, it's about planning, putting together a plan that fits them, and they check off the things that they know they've already done or they need to do. And that's basically how it's set up. It's
Right.
working a plan, putting it out together, making sure everybody's doing their part. And if they get stumped somewhere, they call me and well, maybe you should try it this way. Yesterday I had a great conversation with a young lady that was going through some stuff. I told you.
Yeah.
And I gave her a solution, and it's up to her to use that solution. You can avoid things from happening. And for instance, we talk about triggers. For instance, okay, I'll say certain things to you, and I trigger you, and you're angry. Okay.
Trigger word.
I trigger or pushing that button, right? And instead of you reacting to it, say to yourself, I'm responsible for my triggers. Nobody else is, because it's affecting you. It's not affecting the person who said it to you that kicked it off. It's affecting you. So what do? You take your time, take a deep breath, and then you say, you know what? I'm not letting that get me. I'm gonna move on. Okay, if you feel that way, I'm gonna go over here. So you can stop a lot of things that happen because it's you. It's not happening to anybody else. It's happening to you. So you have the control over you. And we always say, when people make us angry, who has power over us? No. Who has?
The person that makes
That's
you
right.
angry.
The person who makes you angry has power over you. And I fight that every day because you know me.
Yeah.
I have to catch myself a lot of times because, like I said, I have a coach too, you guys. I don't do this by myself. I actually have a coach too that helps me through.
Coach.
Coach. Well, psychiatrists and psychologists have psychiatrists and psychologists.
Yeah, I saw that one show. They started a new series on one of the online shows where this guy is a psychiatrist and everybody thinks he's crazy because he's dealing with everybody else, and he has the master psychiatrist saying that
Exactly.
crazy. So.
Well, if you think about it real quick, Brother Jay, me and Brother Jay used to do this on Monday mornings because we used to, for some reason, we would have Monday morning blues.
Yes.
And we would talk and encourage each other about feeling better for that day. We had a lot of deaths in our family. I just lost my mom and I lost my sister like back to back. So I'm still, believe it or not, I laugh and I smile. But boy, oh boy, I had moments, and I have my moments, and that's not for everybody to see my moments. Like it's not for me to see everybody's moments.
And Dad does that because I remember the experience with my cousin Shirley, and I mentioned to her all the time, like a sister, and my mother's close to my mother, that's my daddy's niece.
Yes.
And when she passed on, she was going through that emotion of sick and dying, and just that whole thing was going in slow motion.
Yes.
And it makes you depressed, and you don't want to do nothing.
You don't want to
when
do
you have that. And I think he
yeah.
lost somebody recently, a while back.
Yeah.
That was family members.
Yeah, family member.
Yeah.
A few family members.
Yeah. This year has been hard on us with death.
Well, that started off when the so-called COVID-19 hit.
Yeah.
And then I'm glad we're on the conversation of life coaching because a lot of people, we have lost, either took their life, took their own life, or it involved in violence. So,
Exactly.
if we had life coaches in the community, it
That
probably
people
would
do
have
a grief
helped
coach.
with somebody,
Yeah, a
correct?
grief coach that handles those type of things. And it's crazy because when we lose people, like I lost my sister. She's not my baby sister because I have a sister younger than her, but the sister that was real close to me, next to me, she passed away. So I suffer, and I tell anybody, I suffer from survivor's grief because I was older than her and she passed away before I did. So I struggle with that. I have my moments. I laugh and I joke and I smile and do all the things, but I have my moments when I think about her and I'm like, why is she gone and I'm still here? So I have to keep, and most of the time they say when we have a death, most of the time that's that person moving out the way for you to shine. It's time for you to shine. It's time for you to step forward. You've always been in the background. Now it's time for you to come forward. And she was like our peacemaker. After we lost our mom, we were still grieving my mom, and then she passes away. She was the one who was kind of holding us together. And when God picked her up out of there, when He picked her up, it's like, it's a void in the family.
I call him the backbone.
Yeah, the backbone. Yeah, exactly.
The backbone.
Keep everybody laughing. She was the jokester in the family, and we all miss that. But I feel close because me and her lived here in Louisiana together. We both worked together. We went to the military. We did the whole thing, the sister thing together. So it's like now with her gone, I can't pick up the phone and call her and say something crazy, or she call me and say something crazy. I miss that, and I have to realize, you know what? She's out of the way in the sense when I say she's out of the way. God picked her up and said, okay, now it's your turn. It's your turn to do what you got to do. So, and I've always been that person to step out and do something different than what everybody else do. And because of that, that is also a unique quality to have when you're doing this coaching business, is being able to bring something that's different to the table. Go ahead.
And we're speaking with Miss Selena McCall of she has this magazine, You Can't Clip My Wings.
Yes.
But
That's the
start
title. Okay, much like the radio
You Can't Clip My
show.
Wings is based on I came up with that at a time in my life when I was in the military, and there was military sexual trauma and PTSD and all that, and You Can't Clip My Wing came off the ideal that no matter what I've been through, I'm gonna still fly, I'm gonna still soar, I'm gonna still make it. And that's where I got the theory of you can't clip my wings from. No matter what you do to me, I'm gonna still be able to do, I'm gonna fly. So that's where I came with that, and I thought it was kind of cute. So that's what I use for what I do here. But when we come, because life has so much, we have to go through so much just surviving. A lot of people don't realize that everybody has a purpose. And because we don't realize we have a purpose, we go through life and we struggle, we stress, we get angry, we are drama. We don't even realize it's so much more for you to do. And there's so many positive things you can do. But when you're raised in a negative environment and there's nobody around who hasn't taught you how to be positive, it's hard for you to accept people saying good things about you or any positivity.
Let me say this too also, while some of us like to joke and laugh because of all the seriousness of the things going on around us, some of us could be a little sarcastic, obnoxious. But they got some people just want to be plain antagonists. Plain antagonists want to just get angry at everything and be mad for no reason, and always want to step up in the room and have that aura of I'm gonna be over that next person.
Exactly.
And we'll find things to say about somebody to make them feel
So
some sort of way. Yeah.
Make you feel
Yeah.
And that's negative energy, because if you
Mhm.
know, the body is made of energy.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure that your surroundings is not, you don't
Right.
have people around you that's negative. And if you're really in tuned into yourself, see, a lot of times we're not in tuned into ourselves. We just get up, we do everything, we do our whole daily schedule. We don't even take time out to meditate. We don't pray and we don't meditate. So we go through life and all these things are hitting you, you wonder why they're hitting you. You're not in tune to yourself. Because if you were in tune to yourself, you can protect yourself.
I think we have a caller.
I think we have a caller. Good
Caller,
morning,
welcome.
Break the line. Good morning, caller. Our first caller. of the
Good
day.
afternoon, how y'all doing?
Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I'm sitting there watching on Facebook Live. I'm so impressed that you got a magazine. I've never seen it before that you did, that you be. I'm so used to seeing your son with you. Where's your son at?
Oh, he's out of town.
Out of town. I'm so used to seeing all y'all together. That is such a nice magazine. And hi, Mom. How you doing?
Oh my God.
He's good. He's
Oh, he
good.
was good because I did not catch it.
He is
Hey.
good.
Yes, I'm on vacation, so I done picked up the accent of where I'm at. I'm not going to say it.
No, undisclosed. Leave it undisclosed.
Oh my God, I
I'm
didn't
just
even know you.
super impressed with your coaching skills. I can't wait to get coached. But on the serious note, as you guys know, we did lose a couple family members, quite a few in a short time span.
Yeah.
So it was me and her holding each other up when, and so I understand the importance of having somebody there like a coach. I myself, I'm a peer support specialist. So I'm kind of in the same vein as what she does. And I guess that's kind of our calling.
Right.
Is
Yeah,
to,
it's called
to help people.
Well, my brother, good to hear from you. But
Yeah.
look, let me ask you this. For people of your generation, and I'm not trying to start the generation gap thing all over, but you run across a lot of people of your age, your you say your era. Is it difficult to convince them that they might just need some type of, whether it's not like Sister Selena, counseling or life coaching through these, or even conflict resolution? Is it difficult to convince those people of that generation?
Well, the unique thing about being a peer support specialist, I also have a certification in the mental health profession.
Mm-hmm.
But the important thing is that on my level, for instance, I'm peer support.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm helping, even if it appears that I'm just, because I would be their peer. I am their peer. There's nothing that puts me above them. It's just that I have a set of skills now that allow me to help them kind of think through things. And we don't ever ask why.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're not therapists. I can't prescribe medicine and like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't ask why. What I can say is, what do you want to do today? Okay, now what does that look like? How do we get there? Okay, cool. And I can, that's the kind of guidance and resources that I can pull out as per each case. But as far as people being the misdirected anger is what a lot of it is.
Yeah, yeah.
And unresolved childhood traumas and stuff like that we're dealing with. And what mental health is taking over is the actual physical medicine.
Mm-hmm.
The line of work that I'm in exists because it's an effort to get people off the scripts and actually get them people in real life.
Mm-hmm.
that can be there with them. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a psychiatrist. What I can do is assist you and not judge you. I'm your peer.
Exactly.
I'm not nobody above you. You don't have to look up to me. I'm right here in the trenches with you. Whether you make the right decision or the wrong decision. And that's kind of
that's almost basically
it's
what
like a judgment-free zone
is.
with bumpers on it.
And
Yeah, that's kind of what I do now.
before he go, I want to hear from another professional in a different field. Do you think we should have local funding to put professionals like this in the community? Make it more available to the community.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, because this is the work is so important because there's so many people that are around negative people that are doing negative things. And you have to, in order to heal, you have to be in a positive environment that is conducive to your healing journey.
Exactly.
It can't be somebody restricting you over here, so we can't. It can't be an over-policed community because you can't help people that are always feeling like they're being monitored.
Yes.
You know, because that's a mental thing. It's a mental thing.
And with that said, I want to say shout out to the Detroit Police Department because they, with all the problems they got, all the bad stuff that's going on with law enforcement, they implemented a mental health unit to ride with law enforcement. And they're testing it, and that's the problem. We always just want to test stuff, prove the stuff that we know going to work and have better outcomes. But it's a start somewhere.
It's a start.
But apparently Louisiana, here I go into my activist mode. Louisiana is so damn last and everything, and it'll probably take 1 million years for them to even implement something.
Exactly.
And I'm glad you brought it up, Brother G, because I keep asking that question. Hoping that the people that's able to get the resources or that can obtain the funding here and go and obtain the funding and the resources for that.
Exactly. Because it's a private industry, as you know, it's a business, but it's a private industry. Yeah, that would be wonderful if there were funding for that. The communities can come with the funding if they would like to help a couple of kids, if they have a couple of kids that are really having, some serious issues. They can come with the funding and get people coming in speaking. Like I said, I do speaking engagements, getting people motivated to want to get out of those situations that they're in and letting them know that they can do it. It's all up to them. Everything we do is our decision, our responsibilities. So we can change. We just got to get that mind to change.
Right.
You know. So thank you very much.
I want to add this as well. Now, I know that there's not a lot of people in the field that I'm in, but we are covered by Medicaid, Medicare. So I can charge Medicaid, Medicare for my services. So that's kind of the gateway that opens up the door to start helping people that are just, that really would never think that even have someone around them.
Well, it's a positive domino because if someone applied the expertise in doing something like that, that employ them and give them a meaningful way of functioning, and then bring somebody else on board.
Exactly.
So that's a positive. You see, I always say the dominoes falling, but the dominoes falling in the right direction.
Exactly.
And I think that's the problem. I think the resources are there. I think it's not made available. I think we, local, state, federal government don't do enough to make people aware of.
Some of them elected officials feel that's not their responsibility to implement. But when you have crime and you have issues, mental health affecting the overall way in life of a community, you have to use your government funds to help bring about change.
You have to look at what Jindal did. He closed all our mental health facilities around the state.
Yes.
So when he did that, what do you think is going to happen to our mental health? And you notice that it's a large void, and then you have youth that are falling in the wayside because they're not getting their proper attention. So if I'm setting up a system where I want you to go from 4th grade, I'm watching you all the way from 4th grade all the way up to high school, and I'm watching how you're staying in trouble all the time. I'm not going to help you fix that problem, because you know what? You make me money on the other end when you go to prison.
And it's apparent with the Louisiana Department of Family Services being held before the state legislative and being investigated, being written about again. Here I go again, written about in a negative way.
And then this is my personal statement. It's not part of it's not how the people stacking entertainment show feel, RKIE 88.3. But this is my personal statement too. Even the people that's going out there and committing these racial motivated acts, they need that service too. Because something is wrong with them.
Yeah.
It's a mental thing.
Yeah.
You know, we get
I
offended.
like that point. I like that.
We get offended sometimes when we say, this just them being evil. When reality, it has to come from here, and it has to come from here. Somebody taught you how to be that way, so that means that was put in your mind. You were brainwashed that way, to think that way about other races of people. So it's a mental thing. It is literally a mental thing, and we need to look at it like that. And my thing is, I'm not trying to change anybody's mind when it comes to that, because if you truly want to change your mind, you're going to start with your heart, because you know it's not what. If you claim that you believe in God, the divine, a higher source, a higher power, you're not going to even think that way.
Correct.
So it's up to you. My job is not, you know it's wrong because you see the outcome of it. But a lot of people's souls are not there. They're black. They're not trying to change. They love what they're doing. I want my people to know that they're better than what people are saying about them. That's my goal. I'm not too concerned about anybody else. If they want to change, they're going to change. But our people have lost so much in the process, mentally, emotionally. We don't realize how racism, it might be mental to them. It's terrible to us. It's a trauma. It's a form of trauma to us. When you literally have to live your life worried about somebody traumatizing you about the color of your skin. So it's trauma to us. And we shouldn't have to live that way.
Well, people, you guys want to pick this up we coming to the top of the hour. I want to pick this up in the second half of the hour and continue, because we got the great sister Salita McCall, we got Brother Keith back in the house, and we got Brother Ken Van.
Yeah, he has.
I'm trying to find the right hammer.
I'm at work.
Okay, well.
you good, man. You scaring me. So we can run these promos and we'll be right back on the People's Tech and Entertainment Show.
All right.
Yeah, I found the way to
Yeah.
How you doing, Brother Jack?
I'm doing great, my brother.
It's summer, and it's hot. At KIEE 88.3 FM, your superstation for South Louisiana. We have the hottest talk and informational shows on the air.
Right, all right?
Yes.
Tune in every Wednesday.
Yes,
And I
sir.
love the Facebook version of this, man. It's nice.
With Mr. Juneau.
Yeah. I just got a camera up in the corner, man. I'm always a control crash.
Entertainment news.
So I guess they looking and listening online, don't pay attention. We in a commercial break, so that don't count if you see us doing something crazy online. But you know how you people are. You know how them people are. They'll say, well, they were doing this and they were doing that.
Louisiana. Listen online.
I don't think we can get violated, right?
No.
Last thing, huh? Oh, okay.
I want to go tell X.
I'm watching. Okay.
Hi, Mom.
Bye.
Where you live at?
None of your business.
Is your phone broke?
Nope. I'm over on the on Can't Clip My Wings.
Oh, what, on Instagram?
No, not Instagram, on my Facebook.
All right, summer's here. Let's cheer. For music and fun in the sun, tune in now.
I don't know, I just didn't. I don't usually do my share because this is my first time
Hear
doing
that, Mom. You're on the radio.
Yeah.
Into the rhythms of the night.
You know me.
So come on down and gather round for a
That's
summer
why I was always around.
Oh, Lord.
But that's okay. I'm still doing the work because I'm doing it right now. I understand it. Good job.
Good.
We're interactive and live. Get in the know. Call us at area code 337-534-0036.
Y'all want to ask questions about the magazine?
337-534-0036. On the People's Tech and Entertainment Show on KIEE 88.3 FM, your superstation for South Louisiana.
Hey people, stay tuned to the #1 radio talk show on Saturday mornings. It's the People's Tech and Entertainment Show on KIEE 88.3 FM Lafayette.
Hi fans, this is your favorite actor. When I am in the Lafayette area, I listen to the People's Tech and Entertainment Radio Show with Brother Keith and Brother Jay. Heard exclusively on KIEE 88.3, your superstation for South Louisiana.
Yeah.
Oh,
are now connected. The People's Tech and Entertainment Shows on the Edge with your host, Brother Jay, and that knowledgeable young brother, Keith Long, right here on your superstation for South Louisiana, KIEE 88.3 FM.
So you know the old saying that your health is your wealth. Let's all get in the know about your health. This is your People's Tech and Entertainment Show. Health education moment on KIEE 88.3 FM.
Welcome back to the People's Tech and Entertainment Show. We're live today on KIEE 88.3. We got to thank all the listening audience in joining us this morning. We're on our second hour, going into the afternoon. Hope everyone's having a great day so far. And we're speaking with Sister Selena McCall. She has this magazine out, Start Healthy.
And that's what we want to roll into the second half. But I want to say this for disclosure's sake and for the brother on the line. All our voiceover promos were AI produced, so brother, bear with me. And that's for Sister Khadija too. AI, that's her nemesis. AI is her nemesis.
Artificial intelligence.
That was amazing work.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and we're going to roll into this segment with Sister Selena. I know you want, when I say this last promo, health is our wealth, we will always want to deal with, in your magazine, you have Start Healthy.
Yes.
And this was especially caught my eye, besides that beautiful picture of your mom, Brother Tavares. Mom, I love Mom. And we want to also talk about our health issues we have, and it's great that someone could put up a magazine and has healthy on it. And sometimes we don't understand what healthy is, and maybe just pushing us down that road to look at the word healthy. In this state, which has the worst health outcome than any other state in the union, we should start with Sister Selena's magazine.
And then Brother Jay, looking through it, Brother Jay, there's recipes on each page.
Yeah. It has some real good information in here, and like I said, the reason why this one was picked was because we have to start with our mind. We have to start with our mind first.
Okay.
We have to start with what we have in our mind in order for everything else to work itself out. We have to put in our mind that, okay, I want to be healthy, or okay, I need to lose weight, or I need to make sure that I'm not getting any genetic type of family diseases.
Yes.
So I need to put all the things in place that prevent that. So we have diabetes in our family. That is a big thing in our family. So we have to watch how we eat. We have to watch how we do things. We have to watch that we're exercising. Arthritis is a big thing. Make sure you're stretching your bones, your muscles, but it has to start here. Our diets, which I don't like the word diet, but our weight loss has to start here, then here, and then the rest of it comes. And that's why it's so important.
When I say moderation, in this state we tend to go overboard, and it's addictive. It's an addiction.
It's a very,
And brother, on the phone, Brother Tobias, you would agree addiction comes in all forms.
That's right.
And it's not just the drugs, and it's not just the medicine, and it's not just some people got them sick ideas about certain people.
Yes.
That's an addiction. And what is an addiction, and how can the average layperson fend off an addiction, whether it's food or whether it's some,
Yeah, but it comes in the mind. It's in the mind.
You want to see how it's affecting your whole your mental health. Everything starts in your mind. So the cravings start in your mind. The wanting the stuff starting, whether it's food, drugs, the people's company, admiration, whatever it is, it all starts with the mental, something that you're dealing with in the mental place. So once you start addressing that these things are mental issues, what you come to discover is that it's unhealthy to a degree. Now, then once you discover how unhealthy it is, you have to gauge for yourself. That's why we don't ask people why, but you have to deep dive within yourself to figure out whether or not this is healthy enough this is damaging enough to potentially cause me, the end of my life. This is something that I can control, so that's what addiction is, something you can't control. And anytime you encounter things that you can't control, you may want to evaluate whether or not it's hazardous to your well-being.
Exactly.
Generally, when we're speaking, we all have something that we do that's hazardous to our well-being. In some cases, it's being black. That's kind of hazardous, but it's really cool. So I wouldn't want to give that up. But in other cases, it might be sugar. Sugar is probably one of the most dangerous things. Sugar is worse than cocaine.
Yeah.
And
it's been proven scientifically too.
Instead of, we say, if I'm going to go out, I'm going to go out on a full stomach, eat exactly what I want. And, he's from the area, so he cook. And, so, it's just craving, we want it, but it's becoming hazardous to his health. So, he's having to evaluate things, and I'm slowly nudging him in the right direction. But he cooks really well. All those kind of similar stories. So, addictions are things that we are dependent on. And our bodies can get used to things that aren't healthy for us. So now you have to think about whether or not your body's being self-destructive. And I guess that's where Mr. Lee would come in because, now she can coach you through not being self-destructive.
Exactly.
And one of the things, society, the system, school systems, the medical field in this state, I'm focusing on this state because I'm always concerned about the negative numbers,
Yeah, exactly.
I don't keep getting tired of me reading those negative numbers on every statistical category about the state of Louisiana.
Yes.
And then you can't get in line to go to the doctor.
Their grandparents, they don't even have a medical doctor.
Yeah.
They don't have a practitioner.
Yeah.
These are places, these are large swaths of areas that don't have any medical. The only reason I know that is because we have a candidate for District 26, Robert Anderson. He was speaking at an event, and he was talking about these different statistics. He was talking about this exactly, but he was talking about those different statistics that attribute. He said you can't have a healthy society with unhealthy people. And we do ignore our health, especially black people.
But what makes an unhealthy society? What makes the system that's we on? I mean, it's like the mouse in the little spin wheel, steadily going round and round. But it's the people make the system, or the system make the people. And
it's supposed to be the people make the system, but the system is creating what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Exactly. In the book, real quick, in the magazine, on page 36, they have the benefits of a wellness coach. A wellness coach literally works on your wellness.
Okay.
Your health.
Yeah.
So there's many different coaches out there that wherever you need help in your life, any aspect of your life, it can help you.
I'm gonna go here. Can I be a food coach?
Can you be a what?
A food coach.
Yes, you can be whatever.
A nutritionist, if you would say that's.
Yeah, you can be whatever you want.
All nutritionists are not created equal.
A food coach from Louisiana.
What?
A food coach will be pushing that boudin cracker and hog-head cheese. One from Louisiana.
You know what they say? Louisiana got the best Southern soul food.
But it is the best. It does taste. I have no argument on that.
Exactly.
But it is consistently, persistently, and scientifically bad for you if we eat it in extreme amount of numbers like we do. We partake. And like I said, food addiction in Louisiana should be the #1 priority for the next Congress or whatever,
Yeah. But see, with a wellness coach, that's what she says. She says, well, like, one of the benefits, like I was saying, part instructor, part cheerleader, a wellness coach can guide you to better health. And that's what they do. They guide you to better health. So there's there's many different types of coaches.
Right.
Like you have your singing coach,
Yeah.
Teaches you. You have your sports coach, teaches you certain type of sports and stuff. So this type of a business, because it is a business, you can have a coach for anything. The niches are like out there.
Right.
You have a spiritual coach, okay?
Yeah.
So you have all the things that you can do. This is a career that anybody can do. And it's not really expensive. It's expensive when it comes to marketing and setting up your business, but as far as doing it, it's not hard to do if you have people that you
So as you've been doing it for a while, have you got to the point where you are on it, I mean in it, to bring other people on board? In other words, it's multiplying where you could say, well, I'm teaching a course, or I got
Exactly.
a course.
Actually, I do. On my website, can'tclipmywings.com, on the website, we have digital download books that are available. You have to pay for them. We have a book on So You Want to Be a Coach. So it's an assessment book to see if that would be something you want to get into. Then we have a book on there that talks about the several, like 5 different coachings that you can get into, niches in the coaching business that you can get into. And then there's a workbook in there that you can also use. And that's on our digital downloads, and it's actually on my website. So if you want to purchase one of them, you can go on there and you can purchase one of those books on there. I also have been giving out freely, which I'm getting ready to kind of end it, is I have a book on there called Setbacks to Sunset, to Success, a woman's story, a woman's journey. And it talks about the things that we go through as women and how we need to be able to be motivated to be in a better place in our lives. That's on our website also. If you want a digital download of that, it's free for right now until the end of September. You can email me, email me your email address, and I can send that to you. It just basically breaks down the ideal of how important it is as women, because I'm a woman. I can't talk about what a man can do, but I can talk about what a woman can do. And we go through so much that we don't have that foundation to know that, hey, I can do better. I can go through this, but I can get through this. I can go through, okay, I will do that, Miss. Hey, Miss Vernique, yes, I will definitely get it to you, okay?
And Brother Tavares, if you want to dial in our guest call-in line, some callers will call me and say they were trying to get through on that other line. That's the main line. For,
so in other words,
337-983-6080. 337-983-6080.
And while we're waiting for him to call
Brother,
on the other line.
You still there? Oh, I don't know if he's still there.
Oh yeah, he is.
And I see in the back you talk about a fitness center too. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Say that again, the fitness center?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, workout on. Oh yeah, setting up. You can do a fitness center at your house. Did you know that? There's YouTube videos that you can put together, and you and a friend can get together and create your own fitness center.
We have another call.
Okay, go ahead.
Good morning, caller.
Good morning, a very good program.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. That's the birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yes. Yes. I wanted to mention that very enlightening. I can't wait to get a copy of your magazine, Sister Salida.
Okay.
And Brother Juarez. And I think Salida, it's got some of our bad habits, which we didn't know that were bad at that particular time. Like coming from a poor family, we had like kush milk with sugar, and that was like 2 or 3 times a week. You know, and then now in your older age, you find out, okay, well I got diabetes, I have all this kind of problem. Rice and gravy, those are 2 of the main type of food that is so detrimental to our health, but that's what we were raised on. And I just wanted to say, continue to do your good work, and that another thing with women having cancers coming out of the woodwork for women, particularly black women. What do you see as a fight back when you have cancer besides the medical authorities, what they're saying to do?
If you notice, we look into the medical industry, and it's more about they're not trying to really cure, get rid of anything. It's just, let's just gonna nurse it. We're gonna keep nursing it and keep nursing it. The thing is, we need to go back to the natural, holistic. Even though people don't like to talk about that, but we definitely really need to go back to the holistic, doing things naturally, like we did. Way like back in the tribe.
We're not telling people that
don't stop taking your medicine or anything.
Don't we won't give that advice. Seek the advice in your position.
That's right. That's right.
But have second and third opinion on top of that. Doing your research yourself and find out if there's some holistic avenue for you to go down.
I was watching this video, and this young lady who was in the pharmaceutical business or the medical business. Medical industry. She basically said, if you look at a lot of medications, they have a semblance of what plant, that same plant that healed that certain ailment you had. So that tells you that the natural is much more what we need to be doing.
I know of one that everybody tells me got the same called makes arginine citrulline. It's called Viagra. Cialis. That's from plant. It's derived from the same chemical reaction of what a watermelon rind or watermelon would do. In a sense, I guess. I'm no scientist because I might get a call saying you're not a scientist. Shut up.
But no, but you're told that's so correct. So everything goes back to the earth. Everything. We came from the earth. So everything that they are making, it's a semblance of an actual plant that heals. And we have to get that. They realized the way they set up all the holistic doctors was because it was more money to make synthetic drugs opposed to us using natural, what comes from the earth.
And even the stars who was, a lot of the stars were, dealing with Dr. Sebi. Why is it, and a lot of the other notable holistic healers out there, some of them call that title. Why all these Hollywood celebrities, even the ones in the black community, are flocking to these holistic healers? They are. Now you can't tell me they don't have the best researchers, access to best doctors and medical staff and hospitals, but in the end they're flocking to these holistic healers. That tells you something.
Yeah, that tells a lot. Everybody's going back to the natural. When we were little, what mom and dad used to cure us, what grandma and grandpa used to cure our ailments, we're going back to that. And you know what? The pharmaceutical companies are not going to be doing very well because then we're not going to be trying to get prescriptions filled all the time. We can go in our backyard and get dandelions and all the other different our weeds. Even our weeds have healing things. Elements.
Part of the opioid explosion was having those type of drugs pushed by that major drug company that got sued and went under. They basically started it by pushing these type of opioids on people, through the pharmaceutical industry. And look what happened. We have a whole generation hooked on some
opioids. Exactly.
And then, even though it's derived from a plant, the additives that they put in it and the way they used it, the misuse of it, caused a lot of these problems.
Exactly. You're right.
So one of the things with your magazine, how hard it is to get together and have a concept of putting a magazine together, to know how you're going to lay it out and how you're going to...
It's actually not hard to do because they have programs. Matter of fact, Acrobat Adobe has a program. It's called InDesign. I think it's called InDesign. They actually, that's what most newspapers use to create their newspapers and magazines.
So we all use Adobe. So we're on the tech show. You mentioned Adobe.
Adobe. Yeah, but it's really hard to use.
Well, Adobe. What I say? Adobe. I use Photoshop.
Photoshop.
I use Adobe Premiere Pro for videos sometimes, and After Effects for visual effect and green screen, and the one we use to do audio. Everybody uses it.
Adobe's big.
So that's not pushing Adobe products out.
Yeah.
No.
I generally go for it
No,
because it's too
We're just
expensive.
talking. We're just talking.
Well,
about
people
that,
want to know what we use. Just like I say, well, Sister Selena is a Windows or PC or Mac.
I'm a PC, and I'm an HP.
That's the question we always used to ask when we open the show.
Yeah, I'm an HP PC person.
But you talking about the
Windows.
I'm sorry.
We just say a PC,
Windows.
right?
No,
You a PC?
I'm gonna say
Person-
HP. Like,
Well,
I'm
HP
not,
is a brand.
I know that.
But we want, we either want to be a PC or a Mac. That's two different.
Oh,
brands.
I'm not. No, I'm on. No, I don't do
She
Mac.
got a
Mac is a little bit too advanced for
Is
me.
she saying HP? That's
That's
Yeah,
what
she
I'm trying to
branded. She
say.
branded again.
I'm branded.
She branded again. But no, really, the technology that's coming out now, you basically, even desktop computers. See,
Yeah.
see where we're going? We
Yeah.
done started the phone ringing again.
and look like on audio, a lot of digital is like
Call
to
it?
use.
I tried to dial the number several times. I couldn't remember what the little tree was.
Area code 337-983-6080.
I thought I dialed that number.
I'm sorry,
I'll get on the other line.
I did not pick up. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I did.
You was ignoring
I'll pick it up, my brother. I'll pick it up. Okay.
But yeah, yeah, I haven't tried the Mac yet. That's probably what it is. I just haven't. I have an iPad, but I haven't tried the Mac.
Well, I got that's iPad running the show right
Yeah,
now.
awesome.
We
And
got a call. Another phone.
you got another call? No.
No, oh, it's just like that.
Yeah, I'm more of a, yeah, I have an iPad, but that's as far I haven't advanced to a MacBook yet. That's probably gonna take a lot from me.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I have something to say about the phones. I am not an iPhone person. I don't like iPhones.
I know. I like.
I'm an Android
I like
lady.
it, George.
Androids are much more easier to
But
work.
they said that iPhone 16 got 10 cameras on it. I'm
What? Wow.
Got 10 different lenses.
Let me tell you something. That's
a lot.
That is we need to have. This show is much critical. Like I tell you about the show, me and Keith agree.
Yeah.
This show is much more critical of the people, the callers, the listeners of technology in a sense.
Exactly. Mhm.
And Sister Khadija would always call and talk about the iPhone and her issues with the iPhone.
Mhm.
Let me tell you, that Apple, and when Steve Jobs he put in place that they do events to release those new products,
Yes.
and they hype it so much, and you basically get the same thing from last year.
Yeah.
So people rush out and buy the iPhone 14. What is the 14 right now?
Yeah.
Is it 14 already?
14.
And they spend so much money. They get in debt. They're almost buying a BMW or something like that, or a Cadillac.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
A Cadillac outside.
And you know what's so amazing now that you say that? We spend some
Yes.
serious money on a phone.
Tech. Yeah.
Oh
Well,
my
the
God.
phone has become, and Brother Tabar's on the line back again, you would agree, your phone is an extension of yourself nowadays. You feel naked without it.
Yeah, that's true.
I like to put any one of the, let's put Selena and Sister Khadija in the room without their phone.
I can do it.
And I want to see if they're gonna
I can do
be
it.
calling up Brother Tavares to find them another phone.
No, I can do it. I can do it because I'm a reader. I'm an avid reader.
Okay.
So
24 hours?
Yeah,
48?
I can do it, and I write. You
A
got to
whole
remember.
week without it.
You know, I write too, so I can do that.
Yes.
Matter of fact, earlier when you said AI, a couple of my books I did the AI thing.
Right.
What's it called? GP Chat GP.
Yeah, his smart aleck.
PT or something.
You wrote a book with ChatGPT?
Yeah,
I think I did.
Chat GPT is a smart aleck, right?
Yeah. I did that. One of my books I did that way because it's much more easier.
I converted from Android to iPhone.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, it's kind of hard to go back.
Oh
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
I love my Android because it's so much easier to deal with than the iPhone.
Well, one of the things about AI voices is that, I'm sorry, I wasn't on. One of the things about AI voices is that people are saying that it's causing problems for celebrities, for
Yeah.
voice talent artists, and so
Mhm,
forth. But
exactly.
I'm saying in the same sense, they are offering these people, just like in Hollywood. You know, they scan you and they could put you in a movie forever, when even after you die. Now they're doing some things with Michael Jackson, with people find appalling. Even with voice talent, you could scan your voice in, sell the voice for voiceover companies,
Yeah.
and they could download the software, and they could actually construct their script on how they want the voice actor to speak, like a promo similar to what I did. You know.
I think AI, to me, I think is going to become a danger.
Of course.
I think, you know, it's good, it's glitter now, it's, you know, everybody's excited to using it now. But I think in the end, because of the way we are as humans, we always destroy things. And I think that's
The system wants to destroy us.
I'll say, I'll say this, more on the technology side. I think AI is going to be somewhat to social media, your internet platforms.
Yeah.
Like, is what you do with it,
Exactly.
is what you know about it.
Exactly.
It also to do some wonderful things, improving,
Yeah.
actually predict disease, actually help cure, or do operation with controlled machines or whatever,
Exactly.
and or guide a doctor or a physician. So they could do some good things.
I'm not saying, I said in
Yeah.
the end, not now.
Yeah.
I'm
Like,
saying in the end.
Yeah.
Down the line, there's going to,
Yeah,
because you
we-
just made a comment
Yeah.
about the ideal of how they're using celebrities' voices
Right.
and not paying them to use their voices.
Right.
You know, I see some of the rappers are having songs where they're collabing with other rappers that they never
Right.
collabed with
Right.
by the music, by their voices. So to me, at the end, it's great now, but there's going to be a part of it that's not going to be very beneficial to us as humans. That's what I believe.
And the reason why, the reason why I say it's going to be something like social media is because when social media first started coming out, it was the same thing. We said it was going to be a bad thing.
Yeah.
It is a bad thing,
But it's a
in
good
a
thing.
certain
But
way.
the creators
Yeah.
are saying, the creators of AI, Brother Tavares, are saying that Elon Musk and people at Google, Microsoft, all of them saying that, but they creating it.
Yeah, they're one. Yeah,
There's always these
Oh.
people in every avenue
Exactly.
down through history who
Exactly.
create things. The
Exactly.
prison created the gun.
Yeah.
You know,
If you look at social media, it's great for advertising.
Yeah.
It's great for connecting with somebody you hadn't connected with in
Exactly.
a long time. But at the same time, you can get scammed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People can put out certain things in there.
Yeah.
Make other people do certain
It
things.
also leads to other
Exactly.
things. People don't know. There's an article in The Verge online tech magazine. People need to go read this. Maybe the FBI been in your computer.
Yeah.
Not because you did something wrong, because somebody else did something wrong. There's a what we call this when they infect your computers. I'm at a loss. I'm catching
Virus.
A virus.
a virus that infect a whole lot of computers for a long since 2019. It starts QKAY, something like that.
Okay.
It's quack, something like that. And the FBI, unknowing, without other people like you and I knowing, 700 million computers. It had a program to go into all those computers to eliminate that, so say doing you a favor. But if they could do that, they could go into your privacy and see about you.
Yeah.
Same thing.
We were supposed to be aware of that stuff like that.
Same thing with your phones. And I was also reading an article in the same
The Verge.
where the digital meters.
Wow.
If the Federal Bureau of Investigation want to track down what you're doing in your house with certain electronics, they'll track down the kilowatts on the digital meter.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
The digital meter.
Yeah, everything
And they
digital.
can do these things on different avenues. They could go in because if it's not a regulated situation, the FBI and entities such as that,
Yeah.
law enforcement can do that. And the question is, you say, well, brother,
I'm not gonna
you
say
got something to hide?
illegal.
Well, the whole thing is, it goes to the everyday thing about law enforcement coming to your house and check you for no reason.
Exactly.
So it goes to the same thing, you know.
Exactly. But you know what?
Violating your rights.
But you know what happened was, just for a moment, I'm gonna let you in a few seconds. The Patriot Act.
Yeah.
Keep in mind what the Patriot Act did. What did it do?
Open the door.
They opened up the door for them to do whatever they want legally, quote unquote legally.
Correct.
Brother Tavares?
Yes, I was, so I've discovered this thing TikTok. I didn't know anything about it. It wasn't, so I was watching TikTok all night last night. And I came across a video.
Don't do that, man.
And I came across this video where this guy was almost choked up. He's in a room full of people in a suit. It looks like a forum or, one of the TED Talk things. But he got to talking about the new technology and how you're not supposed to sleep with your phone, like in the vicinity. He said that first, believe it or not, they do have advertising that will subconsciously put it on a certain wavelength where you're getting subliminally advertised to. But he said no, there's technology in your phone that will give you advertisements in your sleep.
Yes. Yes.
And then you wake up in the morning and you want to go to Walmart out of nowhere.
Wow.
To the big box stores.
Layaway.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's too close. That is.
No,
That's
it's
way
not.
too
This
close.
is what they've always done.
Yeah.
They've always done this, and it's just been now with AI. AI has opened up the door to a lot.
And some people think that's magic. All that is, AI is nothing but some ones and some zeros, algorithm written in code. And we are, the thing is this, they had that deep discussion, Brother Tavares, a very deep discussion about whether or not AI can become self-aware. Well,
exactly.
Like with anything, input, output, just like in a computer, all any good is what you input into the system. And giving it the power to figure it out, figure out the equation, figure out the algorithm. That's the thing right there. That's what they worry about.
They
got the video games now where the newest one is the Matrix video game on PS5.
Right.
Where all the non-playable characters, you can interact with them. You can talk to them. So one of the guys asked one of the non-playable characters, he said, what happens to you when the game cuts off? And the guy had the character had a meltdown. Wow.
Well,
and it was AI is self-aware.
Yeah.
And it will ask some questions.
Yeah. They have a video out now, a tutorial that shows you what AI is going to operate in the next 20, 30 years.
Wow.
The Exxon gas stations.
Yeah.
Gonna all be AI controlled. They won't need any physical workers. It's gonna be AI, robot.
And when that AI has a glitch, like everything else in the universe, and AI say, "Well, Keith, you did not pay for that gas." Calling the law enforcement. You see, that's the thing right there. That is everything. Anything man-made is infallible. It's not foolproof. It's being made. It's made by man.
That's just like in the grocery store, the digital cash register.
Yeah.
They'll say you still.
Well, we know what the big box stores are doing to people, profiling people. When you step into the big, and I'm using the word big box stores not to put any store on blast, but when you step in, you constantly being tracked. Once you put your hand on the item, you're constantly being tracked by multiple cameras. They spend more. Those big box stores spend more money on surveillance equipment than any other output. And let me tell you something. Let me say this one more thing. If their goal was to save money, and the bottom line, the corporation of these big box stores, we know who the big box stores are. We don't have to call their name, but if their goal was to save money and eliminate employees and make artificial intelligence and surveillance work for them, they're not saving any money, because those big box stores reported major loss in shoplifting and other situation where they lost money and profits.
Exactly.
So that and people getting turned off by not going into these stores. So that tells you you did this to save money, and you fired employees, but you didn't.
You didn't do
You
anything.
defeated the
What,
purpose.
it's just like that, it's just like, that man, he went and used the, one of the cash registers that's AI operated, and he paid for his item, but the register reported that he didn't pay for
There you
it.
go. There you go.
And they followed him.
And you know those security guards, top-notch security guards, want to get you at the door. They will chase you down.
It's not the security guards no more, the cashiers. Oh,
Yeah.
gee. It's like they own it. Oh, yes, like they own
It's all top-notch security on you.
But see, we're not prepared for that.
Yeah,
You know, we get
yeah.
excited, like I said, when it's shiny and gold and glitter. Yeah, you know, we're happy and everything.
I
But
love my
in the
boyfriend,
end-
but I'm not going back.
Yeah.
I'm not
But
paying no cash
everything,
out in the arts.
everything,
I'm not paying
has
to delete all that
outside.
cash to listen to the open line. All people sick. I'm not.
Everything has a downside.
Yeah, it
And I
does,
think
it does.
the thing that showed us the most, the appliance that showed us the
Yes.
most of the downside, especially here in Louisiana, is the central air, because it's 107 outside,
Yeah.
and you got your thermostat on 60,
Yeah.
and it's 80 in the house. So,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Yeah. Yes.
everything has a downside.
Yeah, it has its downside.
Brother Tavares, you want to add something to that overall discourse about AI? You know, I still embrace my AI in some semblance.
With all this explosionary technology, why our community still look like the way they look?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Why is our community?
I want to say that.
They don't want to put the money in.
I'm getting kind of political, but we just saw an article where the state of Louisiana going to spend $101 million on the renovation to the LSU Assembly Center. I used
Correct.
to walk up in there to watch some of LSU games. $101 million that the new coach, head coach, I mean not the new coach, the new champion coach of the LSU Women Tigers want it renovated. So somebody wrote an article saying the state, with all its ills, being one of the poorest state in the system of America, want to spend all this money, and you got so many different things in the state of Louisiana that need fixing. So you got to wonder where the state of Louisiana priority is.
It's just, we're a service state. You know, you still in bondage. We're still in bondage. We still
Yeah.
are serving master. We still
Correct.
are paying our taxes.
Correct.
And we still covering master bills. We got a problem in Rapides Parish where the sheriff had his house under assessed for the tax assessor, and he ain't been paying taxes on a house that's way undervalued than what it's been for the last 15 years. You think he's gonna go pay all them back taxes?
No, because they're not even supposed to pay.
Right.
And the
They don't even have to set
government,
it up.
and the governor in Texas, the governor in the state of Texas, which you know how we
You
feel
said going
about
to
it,
segue into something else too.
but he put an option on the table to remove property tax in the state of Texas.
Oh wow! Along with the state tax.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
That's
awesome.
a good thing.
Because
It's a
you
good
know
thing for
why?
some people.
For some people, yeah. Yeah, right. I'm blessed. I won't have to pay mine
Yeah,
because
yeah.
of my service connection. So.
And shout out to the veterans, Sister Salita McCall, a veteran, and Sister Khadijah.
Thank you. But
And
Yeah, Brother Tavares, veterans, okay.
so when you think about, do you know the highest property taxes are in Texas? They pay some serious property taxes. And that is a way that they bring in money. That's why Texas is able to do what they do and not have that state tax, because you have big businesses coming in there that's paying that
Right.
serious
Well, what's wrong with
money.
Louisiana? We give away a lot of things.
Yeah.
Do we
don't
just?
do that. Don't do that.
Here in Louisiana, and then I know we're going to put it,
You're right,
but
you're right.
here in
Going
Louisiana,
off subject.
here in Louisiana, the cost of living is triple the minimum wage.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
But
So hopefully we get some tech companies coming here in Louisiana. Well, Lafayette's supposed to be a tech center. You know, we got the Light Institute, but that at the Light over there at UL.
the Light Center.
Light Center, and the thing is, I don't see it translating to Louisiana being a tech hub because of the we got the you see you can't have two mentalities clashing in a sense where you got people living in absolute poverty. You know, you look at Louisiana numbers.
Yeah.
And you got these big tech companies want to come in here. You have nobody to pull them out of that and get into where they, you know, they sell.
They're moving to Texas. The tech companies, Texas is going to be the new
But you know,
tech valley.
LUS, bringing in LUS fiber and fiber optimistics, certain things I was looking at a report that said it puts Lafayette. Lafayette is the top city when it comes to
well, Lafayette does has a overall better outlook than other areas of the state because you know we got a lot
They
of
just don't make
we got a lot of moderate people, but we got to center of the conservative movement is here now in Lafayette, because you notice all the big one particular talk show was centered in North Louisiana, conservative. Now it's in here in Lafayette. So that's a sign right there. You got Youngsville exploding. I call it, and that's just my opinion, a white flight town. The thing is, they got a better medium income in Youngsville, so that tells you about what's going on in the South Louisiana. So it's poised to become, but the mentality of not having an open mind and touting that certain conservative agenda going to turn a lot of people off. A lot of young people are leaving the states.
Yeah, exactly.
The state.
Yeah,
Like the Civil War was won by the Confederacy, you'll understand.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you know, you're right. People are leaving here. And you notice they don't talk about the population decreasing.
Yeah.
They don't talk about anybody coming, but they don't talk about the idea that the population has decreased a lot. For example, and if you want to move on, we can move on to something else. We in Louisiana, in Alexandria, for instance, Alexandria is considered a medium-sized town because of its population. It's really not a city, it's actually a town.
Right.
But they keep putting the city on there when it's not even city.
Okay.
It doesn't fall up under the city guidelines.
And I'm gonna say this about Lafayette.
Wanted to call it a microcosmopolitan.
And it's not even yeah, she wanted to call it a microcosmopolitan, and it's not. Cosmopolitan. It's not even that.
Here in Lafayette, Lafayette is not known for the best neighborhoods. Lafayette is not known for the best schools.
Unless you go on the River Range or Youngsville.
It's not known for the best schools. Lafayette is known for the best festivals.
Yes, it's known for its
and that's
festivals.
a damn shame.
It's tourism. Yeah.
Well, not in a negative way that the festival is not good, but
No,
that's
I'm not saying
I know
the
what you're saying.
festival is
You're
not
saying
good.
they have other things they could be best for.
Well, the university is supposed to have, last time I checked, it's been a while, the largest on-school enrollment campus after LSU. University of Louisiana at Lafayette. Well, that should translate into Lafayette being more of an open cosmopolitan town, open to a lot of different ideas, which they push back on everything, because the issue with the library, whether or not we believe in a certain thing or about a certain people.
The bans of the books you talking about?
Yeah.
And the bans of the books, and not just the bans of the books, the bans of not to teach or not to have things
Diverse.
that talk about diversity. True American history.
And whether or not the other thing that we all get roped into about other groups of people, I'm not even looking at that now. I'm looking at what my community, people who look like me and worry about whether or not we could get treated equally. That's the thing right here in this South Louisiana area, and they talk a good game on the surface.
Yeah.
A good PR thing, but it's
Well, since
It's done like that. That's covert. It's done like that on purpose.
Since you going
one way, but we really are another.
Since you going there, brother Jay, since you talking that area, well, let's go to that area. I did research. You know how many racially profiled incidents that happened with the police department that's reported but not being talked about?
Right.
You know how many people have been injured by the police department illegally?
Mm-hmm.
It's reported, but it's not being talked about.
It's not discussed.
Because, let me see, we're on radio soon. But money shuts that conversation down.
Exactly.
Well, anyway, we almost coming to the top of the hour. We don't know. I think Joe Dupree might or might not be in the great Joe Dupree show coming up at the top of the hour, and certainly Sister Salida and Brother Tavares, you want to tell us how we can get in contact with your information, wonderful information that you broadcast today here on the 88.3 FM, the superstation for South Louisiana. See, I can get my promos.
Yeah, I see. You got it. Okay. You can go to our Facebook page. You Can't Clip My Wings has a Facebook page. You can go on there. You can also go on our website. YouCan'tClipMyWings.com is the website. You can go visit the website. I actually have a shop on there. We have different type of items that you can buy on that website. You can also check out our blogs on there. Check out any digital downloads we have. If you're interested, hit me up at SalidaBMcCall@gmail.com. Or you can go to YouCan'tClipMyWings@gmail.com and also hit me up. If you want a copy of my magazine, I need your physical address or your P.O. box in order for me to mail it to you guys. I'm not going to do anything else with your information. I'm just going to get you the magazine if you want a copy of it. If you want to contact me to coach you on anything you need to get motivated, definitely hit me up again. Email me, or you can call me at 318-792-3206. That's 318-792-3206, and we can set up an initial consultation, talk, get things out, and then we'll get you on a plan to get you moving forward to whatever success you're looking for.
Brother Keith? Oh, I'm sorry, Brother Tavares. We'll get Brother Tavares.
I'm sorry. You can follow me on social medias, on Facebook, Tavares Wings Walker. We've got several podcasts where we do exactly this. The latest one is called Send All Complaints to 625 Murray Street. It's getting great numbers. We still have the Killing You Frank show. And, just look us up, Universal Collective Network, or you can contact us, and we can see what all we can help you with, or get your story out. If you have issues, we're here to listen. It's weird now that I think about it that even though me and Mom not around each other, somehow we still end up doing the same.
I know that's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought that was somebody else's son. Shout out to Brother Shaw. He's in the building. Find this keepers. AOC Best. AOC. Support AOC Community Media. A wonderful platform. Matter of fact, we be on it live. Brother Keith and I. Keith is making his debut back on television live this coming Tuesday at 9 o'clock. He got something to say, and he gonna say it.
Awesome.
Just to remind folks, there's a burn ban out there for the whole state of Louisiana.
So that means no barbecue?
Yeah,
man.
Nobody.
I was asking Brother Shaheed to light up the pit for this weekend, Labor Day?
Yeah, Labor Day.
To a close, check out our other partnerships that we have going on the show.
Brother Wallace Synagogue.
Brother Wallace Synagogue, the Community Matters show. Then
we got Mr. June Andrews
Mr. June Andrews at 2 on Fridays.
On Fridays on this station.
Yeah, Community Matters is at 10 to 11.
Yeah, on AOC.
And on KIEE 88.3 is Mr. June Andrews Business to Business.
Open line
and
radio show.
Open line on